Malanda is a fantastic little school in a rural farming community, very traditional values. In the community there are a number of low socio families, and I know from the data a lot of children come to school with very low resilience. When I first started here, I thought how much more quality teaching can happen in a school when children are able to calm themselves and teachers aren't spending hours a week on student wellbeing. Imagine the benefits for the whole system. So I've been very proud to work with Wendy in the Pause project on teaching children how to calm themselves down when they're upset.
So Pause is a mindfulness program that teaches the students about the 3 areas of the brain. We learnt about the prefrontal cortex, the amygdala and the hippocampus. I was able to discover that if the children understood that when their amygdala was firing, that it was just brain science. It wasn't that they were being naughty, it wasn't that they were doing the wrong thing. It was something that they became aware of inside themselves and put some skills in place that they would be able to calm themselves down.
They've got the deep breathing that they can do, they've got their calm bubble that they can do, they've got their little mindfulness jars. So it's really empowering them to regulate their emotions over someone having to come in and step in and tell them what to do. They're more resilient, they're able to bounce back from situations that may have really sent them into a meltdown before that they might not have come back out of.
We also linked some little animals to them to help them be able to connect. So the prefrontal cortex became the wise old owl, the amygdala became the guard dog that went in and out of the kennel, and the hippocampus was our memory-saving elephant. The analogy with the animals enabled the children to see if the guard dog came out of the kennel, it meant that their prefrontal cortex, their wise old owl, would fly away.
When there's butterflies in my tummy, I pause and take 3 deep breaths. Wise old owl comes back, and then I can learn what my teacher's teaching me.
It's fascinating that she knows so much about the brain, and it's really enabled her learning. She used to hyperventilate a lot if something didn't go her way, and you'd have to sit there and actually tell her to calm down with her breathing and slow down. I've noticed I don't have to do that anymore. She works it out for herself now.
I get a bit annoyed when my brother annoys me and makes fun of me, so Pause helped me with that because I usually walk off and I feel really flustered and frustrated and uptight like I'm going to blow up. So Mrs. Fox has taught me to close my eyes, take 3 big deep breaths and calm down.
The fact that the kids are doing it now, the benefit and the impact that that's going to have on them as adults is just going to be unbelievable to watch.
With Pause, we've actually seen a massive improvement, not only when they're upset, but when they're attempting a difficult task. It's at the start line on sports day when you see it. It's at the finish line when they didn't come first. You see it. You're seeing children pick themselves up and dust themselves off and keep going, and I see it every day. We did have a little bit of pushback at the start with some teachers feeling like they couldn't fit this into their day. But when the teachers realised that Pause is actually their day, that teaching children to be calm is critical to teaching them anything, it's been brilliant now that people are actually able to see it's not an add-on. Pause is actually part of our school.
Having me come into the classroom and model to them, particularly the neuroscience lessons, has made them realise that, hey, this is a language, this is a pedagogy that can just be woven into our daily practice.
It's that extra strategy that we can give them to help them moderate their behaviour at that particular time so they can be aware of not what has happened in the past, not what is happening in the future, but right now. The more time I have them in the right now, the more learning I'm going to be able to achieve for all kids.
So my advice to any school principal or school community, Pause works. It works in every classroom, every day. You walk in here now and it's calm. When children are upset, other kids know how to help calm them down. It's not just the adults that are doing all the calming, and now my interaction with parents too. People that used to get really, really upset are actually understanding from learning from their children also about how to calm themselves down, and we are so much more productive as a school.